The question today is, what, if anything, makes you ashamed to be black? I'll go first. My answer today would definitely surprise a lot of people because my answer has nothing to do with any of the known or overly exaggerated black stereotypes. People might expect me to say things like black people are criminals, black people are dumb, or things like black fathers are deadbeats. My answer has nothing to do with any of those because I totally have an explanation or a reply to any of those stereotypes. The two things I do not have a reply to or I cannot explain to myself are, one, when I see an okay looking black guy with a fat, ugly white lady, and two, when I see a black girl with wig from other races. The first point I'll be covering in another video when I talk about interracial dating. The second point I'll be covering in this video. When I see a black girl with wig made from hair, from a girl from another race, I feel so ashamed. I don't know how to describe that level of shame. I almost feel like I'm having palpitations, especially when it falls off in ridiculous places. I understand the various reasons why people might choose to wear a wig. It might be because your hair is not done, then you're trying to cover your hair with the wig. But you can put on a wig made from hair of someone from your own race. Another reason girls wear wigs is maybe your hair is not long enough and you want to wear long hair on that particular day. Then put on a wig made from someone from your own race. It's just absurd. It's ridiculous. You know, white girls wear wigs. Asian girls wear wigs. But they have wigs made from hair of people of their own race. I don't know why that is so hard to understand. You look ridiculous wearing that. Totally ridiculous. It's like, how do I explain it? It's like seeing a kangaroo with the tail of a donkey. It doesn't really make sense. Stop wearing wigs from other races. If you have to wear a wig, get an Afro texture wig. What people are supposed to appreciate in your race are those features that are particular to your race. Those features that you have that they don't have in their race. People are supposed to see your Afro hair and appreciate it. And if they don't, that is their business. You don't have to cover your hair with hair from other races. Learn to appreciate your hair. Learn to show off your hair. Learn to show people your hair. That's what people are supposed to appreciate in you. And points like white girls wear wigs too doesn't cut it. They wear wigs. We all know they wear wigs, but they wear wigs from hair made from their own race. The argument is not about wearing wig or not. The argument is that the wig should be made from hair of your own race. The other argument people mention when this issue comes up is that they complain about being discriminated against in the workplace when they wear their natural hair. So basically, there's discrimination in the workplace when you have your natural Afro hair. Some people will mention the Crown Act. They will say that some states are only passing the Crown Act in 2024. The Crown Act is an act that prohibits people being discriminated against based on their hair. So basically, this is the only discrimination we're going to give into. We are not going to fight discrimination anymore. We're just going to give into this particular one. We fought slavery. We fought racism, and we're still fighting racism. We fought to sit in front of the bus. We fought separate toilets. We fought separate drinking fountains. We fought racial profiling. We fought for the right to vote. But when it comes to discrimination based on hair, we are like, oh well, let's just wear white people's hair. That's crazy. That's crazy. That is entirely made up. That is not true. That is not true. And the girls in Africa, what are your reasons? You know, what are your reasons? Are you going through the same hair discrimination? Are you waiting for the crown act? I don't know. It makes entirely no sense. It's such a lack of self-pride and pride in your own race that is quite depressing. It's so depressing. I find it so difficult, like to try to explain. I can't really explain it. Just depresses me so much. Like, why is this happening? Why do they have this on top of their hair? You know, and there is this trend that will show you exactly how they reason. In this trend, it's kind of like a glow up trend where people show themselves before and after. So in the first part, they're not all made up, they are not all dressed up. Then in the second part, they are all made up and all dressed up and looking all pretty. And once a black girl does this trend, in the second part of the video, she has a wig. And in the first part of the video, they always have their natural hair on. So in a black girl's mind, to be all beautiful, all glammed up, and looking all pretty, you have to have a wig from another race on the top of your head. That is ridiculous. Stop that. Stop doing that. It's embarrassing. So this video is not all about criticism. I'm also here to provide a solution. So I've started in my own small way to try to correct this trend in the future. I have 2 lovely daughters. I've started trying to tell them how beautiful their hair is. Try to remind them they're beautiful in their hair. My wife is also a part of this. My wife doesn't wear wigs from other races, so that also helps. But even though my daughters have never seen my wife in a wig from another race, it's still a struggle. It's still a struggle. They want to put the wig from other races on top of their head. It's still a struggle, but we're trying. It's a slow process. We're trying to encourage them and let them know that they're beautiful with their hair, that there's nothing wrong with their hair, that they don't have to cover their hair up with anything. So it's a slow process. And I think if every family should join hands and participate in this and try to implement this in their own small family, maybe in 10 or 15 years' time, we'll stop seeing this ridiculousness of black girls walking around looking like a kangaroo wearing a donkey's tail. Thank you.